What is up, guys? It's your guy Red Chaos 1, the YouTube Pope himself, and I have returned with another recommendation video. So I haven't done one of these in a while, so I'm glad to be able to do this one. And this one is a personal favorite. I love lots of genres: the superhero genre, mech genre, steampunk, space operas. I love all of those. But if there is a genre that I enjoy above everything else, it has to be fantasy. I am a giant fantasy nerd. Like, I love the genre. It was the thing that got me into reading as a kid. Like, as a kid, I didn't like reading books. And ironically, it wasn't fantasy in that it was reading old mythology books that got me into reading fantasy. I then started reading stuff like the Chronicles of Narnia. That's what solidly got me into the genre, both the movies and the books, the Percy Jackson books as well, the Harry Potter books as well as the movies. So yeah, I'm a big fantasy guy, and you can even see it because my story, the web novel that I've written, Phantom Ddraig, is an action high fantasy. So fantasy guy through and through. I'm very happy to do this recommendation of these 5 fantasy books that I definitely need you guys to read because you will love them, trust me on that. But before we do the thing, before we go forward, I have to ask you to leave a comment at the end of this video to tell me your thoughts and any requests on what you want to see me do in future. Also, maybe you could leave a like to help boost my fragile ego. You can share this video. It really helps spread word of the channel and help it grow. And you guys, I really just have to say I'm thankful because the channel has grown like 10 subscribers. My videos are having more than 10 views when I drop them. I'm very thankful that you're willing to watch, listen to what I have to say. So I'm very thankful on that. And yeah, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, or if you're new, you can subscribe because it really helps the channel. Like, YouTube will only acknowledge that your channel exists if the people watching your videos are subscribed. And oh yeah, I mentioned my book Phantom Ddraig in the beginning. The links to the books that I'm recommending will be down in the description below, and below them will be a link to my book. It's an action high fantasy. I have posted it on 3 web novel platforms: Wattpad, RoyalRoad, and ScribbleHub. So if you're interested, you can check on any one of those. Yeah, so let's get on to the rest of the video. So the first web novel that I'm recommending comes from Webnovel.com, and it's called The Retribution of a Cursed Swordsman. It has around 64 chapters worth of content and is currently ongoing. Let us read the synopsis. The youngest prince of the SciFi Empire was born as a human, bringing disgrace to his family after many years of trying to awaken his powers. His father gave up on ever seeing the day when his son would become strong, and in turn kicked him out of the palace to live in the forest with his mother. The SciFi Empire was home to monsters of all different species: orcs, trolls, beastmen, and even werewolves. But they were currently engaged in a war with the warriors from the human kingdom known as Yseven. The war raged on for many years until it was decided that Kalun, the useless prince, will be sent as a spy to learn the secrets that the humans used to fight back. Will Kaloon manage to rise up to the challenge and bring honor to the Scythian Empire? Or will he accept his fate as an outsider of his homeland and give up on returning to that wretched place? So, I hope this one interests you. Great book, highly recommend it. Webnovel.com. Remember, if you want to see it, the link is in the description below. And number 4, we go to Wattpad. This is a book called The Last Snow, written by Manger Opa. It has around 64 chapters, around 14 hours and 37 minutes worth of time for reading those chapters. So, a lot of content. You're gonna love this one. But like with the last book, I'm gonna go through a synopsis. So, Lisa was the perfect successor for the throne. A great fighter, a smart strategist, and a fair leader to her people. The people of Almiana are looking forward to the time that Lisa will be of age and take her place. There is one problem. Only a son could inherit the throne, which is why the king has decided to hide Lisa's gender. Will she be able to keep her secret? Or will the people vying for the throne find out? At the time of this recording, this book was last updated yesterday. And right now we go to RoyalRoad for our number 3 for a book called Seaborn by Captain Nick 19. So this is also an ongoing story, which is an adventure fantasy with some gore in it. So yeah, that's just, if you can't handle that, maybe this one isn't for you. But let us go to the synopsis. Dominique is a sailor who has just returned. Dominique is a sailor who just wants a life at sea. A brewing war between nations turn the already dangerous seas into something perilous. Dominique is forced into an unattainable position, one he escapes with his life, though there is a greater cost he will have to pay after his deal with the devil. Join Dominique as he explores the meaning and the cost of both servitude and freedom. Another great book. 55 chapters in this one. Number 2, we're still sticking to RoyalRoad, is a book called Path of the Dragon, Mage, exiled by S.G.C. Bourne. Ironic, we're just from checking Seaborn, and now we're checking out a book written by someone called Seaborn. So yeah, another ongoing story on Webnovel, on another ongoing fantasy web novel. So remember again, you want to see the book after I'm done describing it. There's a link in the description down below. Let me give you the synopsis. Born magically talentless, Prince Corvus is an embarrassment. The royal family, and is removed from succession. However, he still has a chance to win back his throne. The next man or woman to hatch a dragon automatically becomes the ruler. Each member of the royal family is gifted with a dragon egg, but it is the work of a lifetime to hatch it. The first time Corvus touches his dragon egg, he receives an odd notification. He has found a soul-bound item and is tasked with an epic quest to hatch it, but only if he can walk the winding path of a dragon mage. Armed with notifications, skill increases, and levels only he can see, Corvus is determined to hatch his egg. So, great book. Has around 37 chapters in it. 37 chapters worth of content. It's currently ongoing on RoyalRoad. You will like it. If you're into lit RPGs, game mechanics in your fantasy setting, you will like this one. So, remember again, links in the description down below. Let us go to the number one book. And number one, it's Vanquish the Dragon. Now, if you've been around my channel long enough, you know I did a reading of the first chapter of this book. In the description, you will find a link to that video. If you're interested in seeing me embarrass myself as I desperately and fail to sound like a professional reading a book. Though maybe I will do another chaos reads, I'm not sure. But yeah, if you want a good grasp of what the book is about, you will find it there. Though I guarantee you that video is full of many spelling errors by me. But yeah, enough about that. Let's get on to the book. Number one book, Vanquish the Dragon by Void Herald. Here's a synopsis. Vanquish Nightbane is your average dragon, a giant fire-breathing lizard who loves to take naps on his golden horn, kidnap princesses for fun, and make the life of adventurers miserable. Vanquish's only pleasure in life is to watch his treasure get bigger, one coin at a time. So when a would-be thief turned unwilling minion tells him about classes, levels, and quests, Vanquish wonders if maybe, just maybe, he should consider a career change. After all, why bother hunting monsters for free when you can be paid for it? I mean, what else do I have to say about this book? It has a dragon as the main character. Like I said in my old video, it's like reading The Hobbit from Smaug's perspective. It's great, it's fun. So yeah, this is the end of this video. I'd just like to remind you to, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and you can also check out these books. I have the links for them in the description below, and there is also the link to my book, the description below. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that it was entertaining enough, and I'll be very happy to hear what you guys would like to see me do in future. So this has been Red Chaos 1, signing off.